As much as you cannot caution the blind man, so you cannot caution the manhood. Welcome to section 70. Welcome to sign 74 of section 7 of Surah Al-Hud. That's chapter 11 of the Holy Quran. Namshi. فَلَمَّا ذَهَبَتْ عَنْ إِبْرَاهِيمَ أَرَوْهُ وَجَاءَتْهُمْ الْبُشْرَى يجادلنا في القوم اللوط. يجادلنا في قوم اللوط. When fear had passed Abraham and the glad tidings had reached him, he began to plead with us for Lot's people. There are in brackets inserted. Let me put the brackets there. When fear had passed into brackets, the mind of Abraham and the glad tidings had reached him, he began to plead with us for Lot's people. Let's go to the commentary to read 1571. Glad tidings. The glad tidings will be explained here. Not only that he was to have a son, yes, the glad tidings of having a son. Not only that he was to have a son, but that he was to be a fountainhead of prophets. Indeed, he is. Muslims recognize him. Christians recognize him. Jews recognize him. And I believe the Sabians as well. Okay. Fountainhead of prophets. So he now begins to plead at once for the sinful people to whom Lot was sent as a warner. So you see the character of good messengers. He knew what they were doing, but still he tried to plead for them. No wonder God tells us that the angels always pray and plead for mankind, for all of us. And the Quran is telling us the angels are also messengers, higher messengers. Good. Now let's go to 75, sign 75. Innama Ibrahim lahalimun awahun mubinun. Innama Ibrahima lahaliman awahun munibun. Sorry, I read it wrong. Munibun. For Abraham was without doubt forbearing, into brackets, of false, forbearing of false. Halimun, lahalimun, forbearing of false. Compassionate and given to penitence. Compassionate and given to penitence. Halimun, awahun, munibun. Commentary 1572. Like Al-Mustafa means the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Like Al-Mustafa, Abraham had three qualities in a preeminent degree, which are here mentioned. He was long-suffering with other people's faults. He was pleading for them. He was long-suffering for other people's faults. 1. 2. His sympathies and compassion are very wide. Halimun. 3. For every difficulty or trouble, he turned to God and sought him in prayer. And that is Where is it? Awahun Munibun, and sought for prayers. And sought him in prayer, sorry, and sought him. He turned to God and sought him in prayers. We go to Psalm 76. Ya Ibrahimu, Aridu and Haza. Ya Ibrahim, Aridu and Haza. God said, Oh, Abraham, seek not this. Seek not this. Aridu and Haza. Seek not this. Innahu kat jaa amru Rebecca. Kat jaa. Innahu kat jaa amru Rebecca. The decree of thy Lord hath gone forth. In other words, he has taken his decision already. I mean, God, Almighty God, had taken his decision already against the people of Lut or the people of Lot. The decree of the Lord had gone forth. وَإِنَّهُمْ وَإِنَّهُمْ أَتِيهِمْ عَذَابٌ غَيْرُ مَرْدُودٍ. Gone forth is here. For them there cometh a chastisement that cannot be turned back. There cometh a chastisement that cannot be turned back. Azabun geril mardudin. It can. God has taken his decision, and his decision is not going back. He's not going back on his decision. So Abraham, stop worrying yourself. Pardon me for laughing. It's not a joking matter. So Abraham, stop having a headache. I've taken my decision already. That's how God can be. When he gets angry, nobody can stop him. And nobody has his patience or his forbearance. I mean, God's patience and God's forbearance. Nobody has it. But when he gets angry, nobody can stop and nothing can stop him. Oh my God. So let's go to 1573. Note to it. Cannot be turned back. Let's go to it. This is sort of prophetic apostrophe, full stop. Oh, Abraham, all your warning, oh, Lut, will be unheeded. Oh, Abraham, exclamation mark, all your warning, full stop. Then it comes again, oh, Lut, comma, will be unheeded. Alas, will be unheeded, exclamation mark. Then alas, exclamation mark. They are so deep in sin that nothing will reclaim them. So God himself knows that no, they cannot even be changed. Nothing will reclaim them. This is illustrated in verse 79 below. We're yet to get to there. We're yet to get there, sorry. And now we proceed to Lut and how he was dealt with by the wicked. Okay, we now go to sign 77. فلما جاءت رسلنا فلما جاءت رسلنا لوطا سيابهم وداك بهم زرعا وكالا هذا يوم الأسيبون. When our messengers came to Lot, he was grieved on their account and felt himself powerless, into brackets, to protect them, which people as his people, his misbehaving people, his wayward people. Mm. Let me see, he said, Kala, Kala, Haza Yomil Asibun. He said, Kala, Haza Yomun, Haza Yomun Asibun. Kala, Haza Yomun Asibun. Mm. He said, this is a distressful day. He said, this is a distressful day. 1574. That's the note 2. Distressful day. 1574. One five seven four. The story of Lot, or the story of Lut. Sorry, sometimes I say Lot, sometimes I say Lut. Please, viewers, understand me. They mean the same thing. Arabic pronunciation and English pronunciation, or Arabic pronunciation and non-Arabic pronunciation. The story of Lot, as referred to in chapter 7, 80 to 84, laid emphasis on the rejection of Lot's mission by men who practice unnatural abominations. Full stop. See note 1049 to chapter 780. Here, the emphasis is laid on God's dealings with men, in mercy for true spiritual service, and in righteous wrath and punishment for those who defy the laws of nature established by him. Semicolon, dash. Also, on men's dealings with each other and the contrast between the righteous and the wicked, who respect no laws, human or divine. Oh, yes. And in these people, it's not even divine, or it's not just divine, it is human. It is unhuman and natural to engage in sodomy, to sleep with the same partner, when indeed God made an opposite partner for you. He made everything in pairs. زوجين ولقد خلقنا كل شيء زوجين. We made everything in pairs. So this sentence or this clause must be understood. Who respect no laws, human or divine. Very good. That was 74 to sign 77. We now go to sign 78. And what does it say? وَجَاءَهُ قَوْمُهُ يَهْرُؤُونَ وَجَاءَهُمْ قَوْمُهُ يُهْرَؤُونَ إِلَيْهِ. And the people came rushing towards him. يُهْرَؤُونَ إِلَيْهِ. وَمِنْ قَبْلُ كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ السَّيِّئَاتِ. And they had been long in the habit of practicing abominations. Asayat was asayatu. And here in the sentence is asayati. Kala ya kaume haulai banati hunna atharu lakum huwa hunna atharu umma Hunna atharu lakum. Hmm? He said, "Oh, my people, here are my daughters. They are purer for you if you if ye marry. They are pure. They are purer for you," into brackets, "if ye marry." So Abraham now is trying to draw the people's minds back that he has daughters. And if they like them, fine. They are not, if you want to marry them, fine. So he's putting them in the right path. Mm? And daughters here can mean not just his own daughters, because the people there, the women there were his daughters. And we have it today in Africa and many places. Any child is your daughter or son. Indeed, they address you as such. Some of them meet me in on public buses and they say, "Oh, daddy, I've paid for you." Some of them say, "Oh, daddy, 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 daddy." Even driver men, they say, "Father, father." They call elderly people father, father, father. And it exists still today. So these are my daughters. They are purer for you in marriage. There is commentary to read. Hunna athuru lakum. They are pure for you. Hunna atharu lakum. They are purer. They are purer for you. فَإِتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تَخْزُونَ فَإِتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تَحْزُونَ sorry فَإِتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تَحْزُونِ في ضيفي. Now fear God. فَإِتَّقُوا Allah. Here fear God and cover me not with disgrace about my guests. فَلَا تَحْزُونِ. So when the guests came, they tell the people, "No, there are women here. They are my daughters. Marry them. Do not disgrace me before these guests." And you know who the guests were? They were angels. They were angels. Do not disgrace me before these guests. Okay. وَلَا تَغْزَوْنِي فِي ضَيْفِي. Before this, في ضَيْفِي في ضَيْفِي. وَلَا تَغْزَوْنِي في ضَيْفِي. أَلَيْسَ مِنْكُمْ رَجُلٌ Rashidun, he now asked them, "Is there not among you a single right-minded man?" So Lut article wanted just one right-minded man to come and say, "Oh, I'll opt for your daughter, I'll opt for this girl, I'll marry her." Just that. And it might draw the mercy of God. Nobody came. And he asked, "Is there no single one among you who is right-minded, Rashidun, who is right-minded, Rashidun?" He asked them. Okay, let's go to the commentary now. For my daughters, for you, pure in marriage. Purer in marriage. Let's go now to purer in marriage. Let's see, pardon me. 1575. Okay. The biblical narrative suggests that the daughters were married and their husbands were close by. That is Genesis 19:14, brackets close. And that these same daughters afterwards committed incest with their father and had children by him. Subhanallah. No good bachop. Genesis 19:31. The Holy Quran nowhere suggests such abominations. No. Some commentators suggest that my daughters, in the mouth of a venerable man like Lut, the father of his people, may mean by young girls of those towns. Yes. My son, Waladi, is still a common mode of address In, in Arabic speaking countries, when an elderly man addresses a young man, yes, it's common even today. My son, can you call your mother for me? Or my son, can you help me carry this load? Understand? Or vice versa. Oh, daddy, let me help you. Daddy, my dad is in the room. Something like that still happens. Uh, so we now go to, that was note 1575 to ayah, to sign ayah 78. We now go to 79. Mm. Kalu lakat alimta malana fi banatika min hakin wa innaka la ta'lam wa innaka la ta'lamu la ta'lamu la ta'lamu wa ta'lamu wa innaka la ta'lamu ma nuridu. Oh my God. They said, well, doest thou know we have no need of thy daughters? Doest thou know that we have no need of thy daughters? Indeed, thou knowest quite well what we want. Look at the question. Look at the answer they gave to Lut. Hmm? Don't you know we don't have any use for your daughters? And you know very well what. When you know very well what we want, that's sleeping with each other. So no wonder God has already said that they can't turn back, and He is also not turning back on His decision. Hmm? Amreni, or His Amro decision. All right. You know very well what we need. We do. There's no commentary to read. Let's go to sign 80. Hmm? Kala low anani kala low anali bikum kuwatan au awiya au awiya ila ila ruknin shadidan. He said, would that I had power to suppress you, or that I could betake thyself to some powerful support. And this was said by Lut. Uh, 1576. Let's see. 1576 to sign 80. Lord seems helpless in the situation in which he found himself, comma, and hyphen, alone against a rabble of people inflamed with evil passions. I love that. A rabble of people inflamed with evil passions. Hmm? Okay. He wished he had had the strength to suppress them himself, or had had some powerful support to lean on. But he didn't. In other words, when you are being pushed by a number of people, you wish there was something behind you, a wall or a tree or some strong structure to lean upon to deal with them. But he didn't, except God. The powerful support is not visible, or was not visible to him. That powerful support was God the Almighty, to lean on. But the powerful support was there, very good, though he had not realized it till then. It was the support of God, full stop. His guests were not ordinary men, but angels who had come to test the people before they inflicted the punishment. So you can see that was the last test of God. He sent angels to come and see if they would change. But they already told Lot, no, you know what we want. We are not interested in your daughters. You know what we want. It's not your daughters we are interested in. We are interested in our own selves, eh? In our own genders, or in our own gender, if you like. Yes, our own genders, woman to woman, man to man. We're interested in our own genders. Oh my God. They now declared themselves and gave him directions to get away before the morning, when the punishment would descend on the doomed cities of the plain. They now declared themselves and gave him directions to get away. So rather, they were despising Lut. Hmm? And that was commentary 1576 to sign 80. We now go to sign 81. Kalu ya Lutu, inna rusulu Rebecca, lan yasilu ilayka. The messengers, into brackets, that's the angels who came in as a form of human messengers. The messengers said, O Lut, we are messengers from thy Lord. By no means shall they reach thee. So the angels are now supporting Lot, giving him confidence. They can't do any harm to you. We are here in persons as human beings, but we are not. We are messengers from God. And the message from God is that no one, no human being, no son of Adam can harm you. O Lord, we are messengers from thy Lord. By no means shall they reach thee. La yasilu ilayka. That's it. By no means shall they reach thee. For Israel bi ahlika bi kit'i min al-layli wala wala yaltafit minkum ahadun. Now travel with thy family, with thy family, while yet a part of the night remains. And in Arabic here it is fa asri bi ahlika bi kitnin min al-layli. While yet the part of the night remains. While a part of the night remains. بكتئ من الليل ولا تلتفت منكم أحد, and let not any of you look back, and let not any of you look back. إلا أمر إلا أمر أتك إلا أمر أتك إلا أمر أتك إلا أمر أتك. And let not any of you look back, but thy wife, illa amra ataka. إنه musibuha ma asabihum. إنه musibika ma asabihum. For he is going to be taken by what is taken by what they will be taken of. In other words, he is going to be affected by what the people of Lut will be affected of. That's punishment. That's thy wife. But thy wife, into brackets, will remain behind. To her will happen what happens to the people. Yes. Innaha asabiha. Where is it? Innahu musa. Innahu musiyubiha. Innahu musiyubiha ma asabihum. So what is going to happen to them will happen to the people of Lut, will equally happen to the wife because she's with the people. Don't look back. She looked back. Mm. Uh, where is it? Inna maw'ida, inna maw'idahum as-sab'u. Inna maw'idahum as-sab'u. Morning is their time appointed. Maw'ida, appointed, or promise. Mm? Maw'ida. Maw'idahum as-sub'u. Sorry. Inna asabuhum as-sub'u. Uh, Morning is their time appointed. Alaysa as-sub'u bikaribin. Alaysa as-sub'u bikaribin. Then, it's not the morning nine, N-I-G-H. It's not the morning nigh or near. It's not the morning near. Karibun. Alaysa as-sub'u. Alaysa as-subhu, sorry. Alaysa as-subhu bikaribun. Is the morning not near? In other words, uh, do not look back. Let me make my own commentary. Today, we have such things, but on the other side, on the satanic side, let's say, not godly, there was a chief. There was a chief who was moving with his people in a war, and he told them, not one of you should look back. If you look back, it's your own fault. And they were going. Then they were being shot by the enemies. Pow, 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 pow. And nobody looked back. And they walked like that. And the gun never touched even one of them. Oh, yes. When I was young. He said, nobody should look back. All of you, move away. They are shooting. Don't mind them. Don't look back at all. And we were moving. They were shooting. Pow, 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 pow. Oh, no. They went like that and cuffed. So, but this is the godly one that was using spiritual powers of the other side. Mm? Let me call it devilish spiritual powers. Mm? Okay, that's my opinion anyway. So God tells them, do not look back. Mm? Okay, let's see. Uh, yeah, we finished the sign. Let's go to the commentary to thy wife, but thy wife, 1577. Mm. Even in Lot's even in Lot's household was one who detracted from the harmony of the family. She was disobedient in her husband, and he was there, and he was here obeying God's command. She looked back and shared the fate of the wicked inhabitants of the cities of the plain. See also 96. 96, it is capital I. If in case I'm mistaken, it's Roman numeral, capital I, X, V, 1. So you can see how powerful the Romans were during the Roman Empire. We can find their numerals all over Africa, at least in Ghana. You can find their numerals inscribed on our walls or buildings. Okay, so IX V1, which I suppose is 96. It could also be 56, verse 10 or sign 10. The biblical narrative suggests that she was turned into a pillar of salt. Genesis 19:20. The Quran doesn't say that anyway. Even though the author of the Quran is equally the author of Genesis, or is supposed to be the author of Genesis. Indeed, he is, except that it has been manipulated. Okay. Uh, and that was Psalm 1577 to Sorry, that was 9 note 1577 to sign 81. Let's go to sign 82, where we have two commentaries, or where the commentary is twofold. فلما جاء أمرنا جعلنا آليها جعلنا آليها سافلها آليها up سافلها down. When our decree issued, we turned their cities upside down. آليها سافلها. We turned their cities upside down. وأمطرنا عليها حجارة من سجيل ممدود. آه، وأمطرنا عليها حجارة من سجيل ممدود, upside down, and rained on them. أمطرنا, we rained on them brimstones. حجارة من سجيل, brimstones, hard as baked clay, spread layer on layer. Spread layer on layer. Mandudin, spread layer on hijaratu misjidin, baked clay, hard baked clay, spread on them layer on layer. Mandudin, now the clay was falling there. Layer on the not abating at all. Yeah, that's God's anger. And we are here joking. I'm here laughing. Pardon me. God forgive me. He can do anything. Okay. There is a commentary for it, twofold, 1578. 1578 tells us to compare chapter 7, sign 84, and then note 1052 to that sign, which we've gone past already. Then we go to 1579, and which is sigil, baked clay, pellets of baked clay, hijaratan min sigilin. A Persian word, a Persian word, Arabicized, a Persian word, Arabicized, from Sangojil, from Sangojil. Sangojil is Angogil. That's the Persian word, Sangojil, and it has an Arabicized, or it is either Sangojil or Sang-Ijil. These are two Persian words, either Sang-Ojil or Sang-Ijil. Sang-Ojil is spelled Song-Gil, and Sang-Ijil is spelled Sang-I-Gil. Stone and clay, or hard as baked clay, according to Camus. Camus is a writer, I suppose, yes. Sodom and Gomorrah were, and this word is now taken by Arabs, and called Sijilin. Sijilin. Okay. By Camus, full stop. Sodom and Gomorrah were in the tracts of hard, cakey, sulfurous soil, to which this description well applies. Compare, I don't know, LI 33. LI, that's, I suppose, 101 or so, either 101 or 51. So those of us who want to know, go there, must refer to the Persian numerals to see what LI means. I'm not good at that. Sometimes I forget. It's either 91 or 51, sign 33, where the words are stones of clay. So stones of clay. Hijarat means teen. Hijaratan means teen. Here it is stones of clay. Hijaratul means sijilin, and hijaratul means teen. Min is stones of clay, and sijaratul means sijil. What is it here? Brimstone. Hijaratul means sijil. Let's see. Yes, brimstone, and then and tin is of clay. Very good. Okay. And Hijaratul Misjin is in bracket in connection with the same incident. Yes, in connection with the same incident. Full stop. So it's either Hijarat means Jin or Hijarat means teen. Uh, Stones of brimstone or stones of baked clay. On the other hand, in CV4, the word sigil is used for pellets of hard baked clay in connection with Abraha and the companions of the elephant, Abraha Ashram. So they basically mean the same, but bearing different names in different contexts. Okay. And that was sign 1579. 1579, as well as 78, as well as 1578 to sign 82. To sign 82. Now we go to sign 83. We now go to sign 82. Musawamatin. Musawamatin in the Arabica. Musawamatin in the Arabica. Marked from thy Lord. Musawamatin in the Arabica. Marked from thy Lord. وما هي من وما هي من ظالمين ببعيد وما هو من الظالمين I'm sorry وما هو من الظالمين ببعيد not far marked from clay marked from thy Lord, nor are they ever far from those who do wrong. وما هي من بعيدا من بعيدا. Why is it? وما من ظالمين ببعيد. وما من ظالمين ببعيد. Nor are they ever far from those who do wrong. Viewers, I think that's all. Yeah, that's all for section 7. When we come back, God willing, we shall go to section 8, which begins with sign 84. Inshallah, God willing. It's time to part ways. I salute you all. May God bless you all for lending me your eyes, your ears, your attention, your time, and everything. May God bless you all. Ila lekai. Bye bye. Au revoir.